Hey guys, Turk here. I had the opportunity to interview the directors of Doom Eternal, Marty and Hugo, at Quakecon 2019 this year, so I hope you guys stick around and watch the whole thing. Enjoy.
So was at the keynote as well, saw all the new multiplayer. How are y'all feeling from a confidence level with this new gameplay aspect? A lot of people that play Doom are more single player focused, and now there's this multiplayer that now is like a tactical shooter almost, where you can have demons doing strats and stuff. I was kind of blown away with the meta game, like you were saying. I just how do y'all feel that's gonna go?
Really well. I mean, internally, it's every bit as engaging and as fun as the single player. We love to play it, and we have a lot of confidence in it for that reason. As you said, it's just a very deep, strategic, skillful, competitive experience. There's tons of metas. There's always some strategy you can employ to overcome a player who might have better thumb skills than you. But thumb skills and twitch skills still count, so it is still begins with aiming and shooting and moving, but our goal was to what could we do beyond that, because certainly games like Quake do a great job of that, and we have Quake champions, so it's like, let's provide something new for players. We really wanted to make sure that it had great pacing, really good drama, and deep strategy. So those were the core pillars when we got into this, and to make sure that we gave players a chance to experience Doom, make the Doom dance social, the combat dance, basically. So with that in mind, we plowed ahead, and we think we've arrived at something that's really different and accessible, but competitive and fun.
So you're definitely going to be having some BYFC tourneys with this new mode next year, right?
Oh yeah.
Because...
No, it's really good. We have a tournament mode that we are developing in-house, and it's fantastic.
Are y'all going to introduce any battle royales where it's like all Doom Slayers and stuff?
No plans for that. We don't need to.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people making battle royales. We love that people look at Doom Eternal and like, that's new.
Yeah.
That's what we want. We want people to say to be intrigued by the new.
We love battle royales. I play them all the time. I like Apex. I like PUBG. I played a lot of Blackout, and so they're great. It's just not. We should. I think we learned last time. It's like we got to lead, and we can't follow. So we think this will be a different, fresh experience for players.
Yeah, just seeing it on the screens today, it was pretty cool. I do a lot of multiplayer. I stream some, and it just looks really interesting.
It's super deep.
Yeah.
Like you don't feel bad when you lose, and that's key, because like it's you got something good when, kind of like chess, when you lost. You're like, oh, that moment in the match, or like football, like, oh, they lost it in the third quarter, that they didn't stop them in that one thing that came back to haunt them, that proved to be the turning point in the game. It's like, that's what it feels like. And then as soon as you die, because you died for that reason, you're really motivated to jump right back in, because you're like, I can do better. Like, I know I can do better. I know where I messed up. Or there's some strategy I can employ with my partner, the demon, to like overcome this. Or the Slayer, like, oh, I know where I fucked up. I was too aggressive, wasn't aggressive enough here. Like, it's just super. I've had matches, recently. Jumped in, got slaughtered by the Slayer, me and this guy, 2 matches in a row. And, you might look at each other and be like, all right, we need to rebalance this. You know what I mean? Like, we just got our asses kicked. And we were playing with the new demon, the Archvile. And then it was like, no. Let's work together. I'll be the anchor. You run support. You follow me around because I'm the Mancubus. I'm slower. Like, let's not get separated. He's separating us. Because as the Archvile, too, it's like, he's not a great offensive. He's a more cerebral type AI, player to play, demon to play as. So, he's better in support. So, like, he was supporting me, and then, like, I cornered the Slayer. He threw out a shield wall, burned the ground against the Slayer, and I used my torches on the Mancubus. And, like, we worked together, and we beat him twice in a row. There's not too many multiplayers where you could get your ass kicked, or at least it's a sign when you're playing a good multiplayer where you can come back from 2 ass kickings, adjust your strategy, a little bit of teamwork, and come back and win twice in a row. And that felt amazing. And that happens all the time.
Yeah. I think, too, you mentioned you stream and, talk about tournaments and stuff. It's really watchable for a lot of those reasons, because you can kind of, like, things are watchable, like when you can, like, kind of nitpick what somebody had done, or the way they
as the demon, you can see where the Slayer's going for a certain amount of time, so you can, I kind of do some production stuff on the side. You can like cut to the other scene and like see how they're going to.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And you know that as the player, you know that so when he loses your outline, so you can use it.
Is there like a HUD warning that's like you've lost line of sight? That's cool.
Not at the moment, but there will be. There needs to be. You can lose. He can lose your outline, and then you can take advantage because now they can't see you at all.
Yeah.
It's a huge advantage that they have. They can see you all the time, but if you hide long enough. But it balances itself out because you're so much stronger and faster than they are. But so it's weird. It's perfectly imbalanced to create a lot of opportunity for strategy to fill in the gaps. That's what's like on paper. One demon against one Slayer just wipes the floor with you. And really, if two demons aren't playing well, he'll destroy them easily. But then if they play well together, now you got a real match on your hands. Then it goes back and forth,
So switching over to single player. So I played through 2016 about a couple months ago, just to relive the good days. And it's just crazy how this new environment, you're going to multiple worlds. Is there a particular world or level that stands out more to y'all? Might have been most difficult.
I don't know. It sounds weird to just say I don't have a favorite. The fact my favorite part of all of that is that it's throughout the course of the game, it never stops changing. So like if you look at like the last 3 levels of our game, and we haven't talked about a few bits of this, so I can't go into too much detail. Sure. But like like 2016 did this. Some games do this. You get awesome beginning, and then you kind of get to the middle and you flatten out a little bit, and then maybe there's a ramp at the end. Sometimes it falls off at the end. There's not really a plateau in this game. It just keeps going, and you keep seeing new things. So like when you look at the last 3 levels of the game, they're like some of the most epic stuff we've ever created. Like, and each level is completely different from the one before it. So I mean, every time we show the game internally, or we play through a level or play through the campaign, it's the diversity kind of from beginning to end, and the fact that it just keeps stacking, one epic experience on top of the next, and the things you see, you're just like, oh my God, that's unbelievable. Not only have I never seen that in a Doom game, in many cases, it's stuff that you just haven't seen in a game before, because, I think, when we talk about the Doom universe, it's expanding so much in this game, that it's all feels very new and fresh. And when you're playing through it, it's really, really exciting to think about putting that in players' hands.
And putting together a bunch of the play video that's already been pushed out there, and just the different pieces, it looks like there's so much lore that's getting. I know you talked last year about loving lore and stuff. It just seems like on the surface everybody's kind of familiar with it, but y'all are going to start just pouring out all this new information, and like you said, the levels are just going to tell their own stories and stuff. So
yeah,
I'm really looking forward to that.
Me too. It's awesome. People are going to love it.
I love that. With id, y'all are always pushing the envelope in terms of developing and software. And whenever y'all mentioned Orion, that got my ears perked, because it seems like that's where the industry's going. So, have y'all been interacting with the Doom Eternal development with Orion? I know it's primarily for 2016 at the moment, but how do the two kind of interact going into November?
Yeah, Orion has been mostly proven out and working on Doom 2016, and Doom Eternal and 2016 have been kind of more on Stadia. So that's a very small team right now working on Orion. It's incredible the work that they do, and the speed gains and performance gains they're getting and seeing for that are really applicable to any streaming platform. Sure. But yeah, because they're small, they really are focusing on 2016. It's a working game. They don't have to deal with a lot of the entropy that comes from a game in development. We're always breaking Doom Eternal. So
I imagine stuff's changing a lot. Not as often now, but a year.
Yeah, I mean, you'd be surprised. I mean, the game the engine, and when you're going in and fixing bugs and optimizing, we're still optimizing. We've still got a little bit of time, so that would be too much chaos to try to inject into what they're doing, and particularly because they're more on the software side. Stadia is, it's to a certain extent. I don't know if they'd necessarily like this description, but it's a PC in the cloud, so very, very powerful, and they have their own benefits as well, a lot, because they're Google and they kind of own own everything.
They know what they're doing.
They do know what they're doing, and they got the resources to make it happen. So we have the way we work with them, it's pretty easy. It's easier to have a build just go into our cloud environment and then be playable and testable, and and so we can. It's just right now it's more like another platform where Orion is more of a software service.
Yeah, it sounded like a plug-in that could go into any engine that wants to use it. So
more or less,
kind of in a parallel vein. So I played the demo this morning. I thought it was pretty awesome. Lots of new mechanics are being included, improved upon. I'm kind of curious how well that's gonna play in with the online streaming, since it's so fast paced. I'm almost kind of curious, how that'll get smoothed out, or if y'all noticed anything and you have to turn. I know y'all hate turning stuff down, but I don't know if there's any latency that's impacting the experience.
Yeah, I mean, not really. That's fundamentally for us, I think, why we're excited about something like that is, and even when you look at our development on Switch, we really do try to be uncompromising from a gameplay perspective. So we're not making development decisions, or not making design decisions for that, toning anything down or making the game slow or anything. No way would we do that for a platform. So really, we know the game we want to make, we make it, and certainly that our primary platforms are PC and the Xbox and the PlayStation. Switch is definitely a squeeze in getting everything, and we have a great partner in Panic Button that works on that stuff as well with us. And as I said, Stadia is it's awesome to be able to put it up there and play. I think I've said this a few times. I don't know that at least immediately. I think the adoption among kind of like hardcore PC players, I don't know that they will. There's a whole room full of people that take an immense amount of pride in their PC and the performance and the fine tuning, the clock speed, and all of that it'll probably be a while before the streaming platform is at that level, but it does give us access to a market, and that's the thing. Like I don't necessarily think it's going to replace what is happening downstairs, but the fact that it opens up whole new markets to us, people who don't have that or aren't that dialed into the I go like this with my mouse like that, and it's like right where it's supposed to be.
It was very responsive. I was really pleased with how well the demo played.
Yeah,
it was really cool.
And honestly, we've demoed Doom Eternal on Stadia now a few times, and people have a hard time identifying the fact that it's streaming. It's mind blowing actually when you play it. You're like, I don't understand how I'm basically controlling a video that's being played back from a server someplace. It's crazy.
Yeah. So just a couple more technical questions. So I know y'all are always pushing the envelope with the engines and stuff. Have y'all incorporated into the graphic style and the engine itself to do some of the NVIDIA RTX? I know it's really fast paced. It might not be beneficial to the experience because it's so demanding from a technology.
Yeah, I mean, long term, that's on our roadmap, the RTX and the ray tracing stuff. It's not in the very immediate future because we are trying to get the game done and get it into people's hands. Yeah, It's kind of one of those in the priority list. You want to get the game out there on as many platforms as possible. That's why we've kind of prioritized Stadia and the PC and the console platforms and Switch. Having a greater fidelity experience is definitely like right next on the list. So our tech team loves new technology. Mm-hmm. So the engine guys are definitely chomping at the bit to do it and have done exploration work. So they're going to do a fantastic job. But it's just get the game done. Make it work. Make it look great on the other stuff. Is kind of secondary priority right now.
Very cool. I think one last technical question. So with Doom 2016, y'all brought up Vulkan. Is Vulkan going to be available day one for launch?
That's it. We only run on Vulkan.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah, absolutely.
Easy.
We've moved our entire technical platform onto Vulkan. All of our tools are Vulkan.
Yeah, and what I liked about y'all having a really good compatibility with Vulkan is like really bad computers can still play the game really well.
Absolutely.
I know there were powerhouses down at the booth. They had like the G-Sync monitors and stuff, but we use it as for benchmarking. It's a really good, fast-paced shooter.
Absolutely. No, and it's honestly, I mean, it's worked really well and to our favor, and why Google really came to us, and we started working together many years ago on the Stadia stuff. Was because we were the first, really the first AAA game on Vulkan, and Stadia is built on Vulkan. So, it's been great. Even the obviously the Switch benefits as well. So, I can't say enough about our technical group and the pride they put into the tech, and the fact that it runs so fast. On such a wide range of platforms and such a wide range of PC hardware. It's their passion. It's what they live and breathe every single day. So it's really I think just gamers benefit.
I love it. It's going to be good.
Cool.
So it's November 22nd, right?
Yep, November 22nd.
Are there going to be any betas or alphas for streamers or anything?
Not planning that right now. Once we get a little bit closer, I'm sure we'll be working with our PR team on different.
I imagine y'all might do like a
advanced
multiplayer
copies and
closed
stuff like that.
technical test or whatever.
Yeah, we'll have to see. We've got a number of options that we're looking at. When people can play it, I really think they're gonna have a lot of fun with it.
Cool.
All right, well, that's going to do it from us here. Thank you very much for watching this interview. Sorry it took so long to come out, but if you like what you see, hit the subscribe button. Got more Quakecon and as well as DreamHack content coming at you, hopefully in the next few weeks. So thank you for watching. Have a great day. Later.